Hey guys, it's Tanya with Scraptastic Creations. Today I'm going to create a layout for you using Close to My Heart's exclusive paper collection, Skylark. Look at these fun colors. So I love this right here. The best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. I love that. That is so, so true. So these stickers are really great quality. They're a thicker kind of cardstock quality, so they make perfect embellishments. And let me show you this paper real quick. So all of Close to My Heart's paper is double-sided, and you get 2 of each print, and they all feature a zip strip or branding strip, and on the back of that gives you the featured colors. So there's no guesswork on cardstocks or ink colors or anything, embellishments that you would need to match these paper collections. And I love that. Okay, so you have this fun lagoon print. And then we have this limeade print. And shortbread here with toffee. And look at this. This one is super fun. I love that one. That is definitely my favorite. That one and this one is so, so pretty. So, and then we have this one. So I just wanted to give you a quick look at the paper. Now let's start a layout. I'm bringing in 2 Versamats since I'm doing a double page layout. And I am bringing in 2 sheets of white daisy, and I'm just lining them up here. And I just added 2 little glue dots in the corner to hold my papers in place, and no big deal. It'll come off real easy and just rub off either with my finger, or I will use this handy dandy little magic erase thing right here, this glue eraser. So let me show you my photos. So this is from a long time ago, but this was a really significant event in our life, and I will tell you about that. But these are my daughters, and Jocelyn was 3 here, and Isabella was 4, and Faith was 6, and I don't know how old Emily was. And this is my mom. And so this was way back when we lived in Ohio. And we were having a tea party. Okay, so there's that. And then this is my girls. And this is Jocelyn eating a whole bunch of fruit. And I got a funny story. So here she is. And there's Isabella. And then I have Jocelyn again. And then my mom and I. And if I didn't cut it off, some of the photos, you could see us with our little pinky out as we're drinking our tea in our little fancy teacups. So I just got a couple pictures of the girls here. And I don't know that I'll use all of them, but I'm going to use a bunch of them. So I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to run this. This is going to be my main photo here. And I'm going to have this one up here. And I want to bring in the girls. I want to bring in some photos, like I'm going to make a continuing line here, and I think that I will put this one up here, and these will all be touching. And let's see, I'll do my mom and I to kind of separate the single here. And then I definitely want to bring in, I think, she looks frightened here. I'm going to bring in this one. And one of these of Faith. So maybe this one. So I'm going to bring in this one here and this one here. And these will all be touching all of my photos, okay? And I'm going to tell you about why this was so important, other than the fact that we're having a fun little girls' tea party. There's a lot more to the story. But I want to bring in, so this is an exclusive stencil to the Skylark paper collection. And I just brought in this sheet of black so you can kind of see it, because I know it's really hard to see the stencil on camera. But let me show you that real quick. Isn't that fun? So I love that. This is 12 by 12 stencil, so I could do like the whole thing. But I want to bring in, I'm going to have some paper here, maybe like 2 inches. And so I'm just thinking that I kind of wanted to bring in some of this here. And I don't want to do it super dark. I want it to be fairly light. And I'm probably not going to go all the way to the edge, but somewhat. And even though I have paper here, I want it kind of going underneath. I'm going to bring in the new ink pad, new to this year, Limeade. And then I'm going to bring in one of these awesome blending brushes. So, and again, I am not going to use a heavy hand. I'm going to use a light hand. And I do not think that I need... I don't need any tape because I'm just going to kind of hold it where I want it and kind of figure it out from there. I'm going to get a piece of paper real quick so I can kind of pounce off there on that. And then I'm just going to bring this in here and I'm going to use a light hand. So I'm not going to go over that several times. So I just kind of want it faint and a little bit darker. You know, on some of the leaves. So let's do that. I'll just add a little bit more in here. This is so pretty. I really like this. Do you like stenciling? I love adding these, fun kind of mixed media things to my layouts, you know, stenciling and some, splattering and gloss spray. Just love adding that kind of stuff. It's just real fun and I enjoy doing that. Taking that layout kind of to the next level is my thing. So let's see how this looks. Nice. I might go ahead and kind of do this and faint it out. So I'll just do this like super light, like right here, just so it doesn't have like this stopping point. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to do a little bit more like over here, but I'm not going to do a lot of it. I just want a little bit. So I am going to, I might even want this lighter. So if I decide I want it lighter, I'll just flip it over. So I'm going to move this kind of like right here. I'm going to bring in, I'm definitely going to bring in this pattern paper. So it's the back of that. And I'm going to have this fill in right here. And I think I'm going to create kind of like a little embellishment cluster there. And I'm going to have my title kind of going off of there. But I'm going to have another strip here. But I did cut this, and I cut this like 4 by, let's see, 5 1/4. And I cut it specifically because I wanted to cut this. There was like this tag piece right here. Sorry. There was this tag piece right here, and I didn't want to cut that because I was thinking, how fun would that be to fussy cut? I could fussy cut this out and fussy cut this out, and I love this. So I specifically cut it this way, but I don't really care for this brown piece. So I'm going to try to cover this up, and I left it a little long because it's bigger than that because I wasn't sure. I wanted to cut it a little bit bigger so I could kind of play with it if I needed to. And I'm definitely thinking that these are going to need a little bit of ink distressing on the edges to kind of give them a little bit of that separation. Or maybe we'll just kind of put it up on top and make it look layered. So we could do that. So I have kind of like, I would like that to go like that. I am going to bring in this piece. And I cut this a little bit bigger too. So I cut this 8 1/2, even though my photos are only 8. Just to give me a little bit of wiggle room to play with in case I decide I want to bring it up here and bring a strip up here, or, you know, I just wanted to give myself just a little bit of room to play with. So there's that. And then this one is going to come over here, and I'm probably going to dovetail that and make a banner out of it. But remember, again, I do not like this, so I need to figure out but I wanted this. I wanted this with the writing and the little dragonfly, spread your wings. I wanted that, so I'm gonna deal with it and try to figure out what I'm gonna do about it. But I mean, I like this, and we could totally use this, a little strip. Okay, so after I laid my pieces back out, I did flip these over, and I just did it. I just went a little, I made sure I tapped off and just did a little softer effect, and I liked that better. And I'm gonna bring in my handy dandy T-square ruler, and I'm gonna line that up on my mat, and I'm gonna bring it to 1.5 inches, and I wanna bring in that sticker, and I just wanna line that up straight, and then I will put all my other pieces, I will line my photos up on that. So I thought that that would just be the easiest way to do that. Okay, I'm gonna do a little ink distressing. I'm gonna bring in my toffee ink and just a blending tool. And I'm not gonna add a lot of ink. I'm really just going to, I'm not gonna do my typical way. I'm literally just going to run it along like this, just to give it a little bit of separation. I don't really want a lot of ink, but I just wanna have it pop up just a little bit, okay? And I'll show you real quick that just this small thing right here, how that gives it a good separation, okay? So I'm gonna do these other pieces off camera real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanna bring in that piece here, and I am going to dovetail the end of that. So I am going to cut it at about 1 inch, because that's halfway. And I'm gonna take it up about, let's say 1/2 inch. And then I will take it just from corner to corner, and then I'll do a little ink distressing on that as well. So actually I'm gonna take it up just a hair higher right here. Perfect. And then I want to bring in this really cute stamp set, and this is still available. It's That's the Tea. And I like this one. I have a couple of tea stamp sets. I love the tea and coffee stamp sets, but I like this one because it has the metal dies, the thin cuts, and I won't have to fussy cut these pieces out. So I really like that. But I want to bring in some of these into my, I'm going to create some embellishment clusters. I'm thinking about here. I'm going to do like some kind of journaling here, and maybe up here. We'll see. But I want to bring some of these in, so I'm going to run some of these through the metal die and figure out what color I want to stamp them in. But I was also thinking that I really like this die cut shapes wood grain, and toffee is like one of the colors in here. So I thought that while I'm building my embellishment cluster, I could pull these. They're just kind of like this like thin wood, so it's not too much dimension, and I like that. So I just thought I could bring in some of these flowers, you know, there's a cute camera, little frame, just some of these pieces. They would be fun to use in my embellishment cluster with these tea as well. And then the stamp set that comes with this is the, the Skylark. And look at, live in the moment. Oh my gosh, this girl is living in the moment. And I still want to tell you a little bit about this, but you left an imprint on my heart. I love that. And she definitely did leave an imprint on my heart. So I went ahead and die cutted a bunch of those pieces out, and I stamped them in the colors that would match my layout. And I stamped those in Toffee, Jade, Lagoon, and Limeade. So here's a look at those. And then I also pull out a bunch of those wood pieces off of those die cuts that I showed you earlier. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and take that piece, I wanted to bring that over there, that we dovetailed earlier. I'm going to take that and I'm going to place that here. I'm going to show you something real quick. So see this right here? Somehow, I have no idea, but somehow I I wrecked my paper right there. So no worries. I'm going to strategically cover that up. So I want to bring this color over here. So I cut a circle, and I went ahead and brought in, I brought in the jade ink and stamped that from the stamp set I showed you just a little bit ago. Okay. And I want to bring this is going to be like a subtitle, and I did go ahead and ink distress around that as well in the toffee ink like I did the others. And I had thought about placing that up here, but I might need to pull that down here. However, I cut this. I wanted to bring this and make it look like it was continuing over here. And I cut this and distress that as well, because I was going to put this up here. So it would be behind there. But I might have to recut that if I move this down here. Or maybe we can cover it with some embellishment. So we'll just leave it there and see. Okay, so I'm going to build these embellishment clusters, and I am going to tell you about this story. So this is Isabella. I got Isabella when she was 4 years old. You know, if you follow my YouTube channel, you know that my husband and I were foster parents for 11 years. And we adopted 4 children. We biologically had 3 children, and then we adopted 4 children. And we got Isabella December 4th. She was 4 years old. And the caseworker had called and said, "Congratulations, it's a girl." And it was just cute. And anyways, we got Isabella. And so this right here is Jocelyn. And Jocelyn, look at her, she's so cute. Jocelyn is Isabella's biological sister. So when we got Isabella, we did not get Jocelyn. And I know, siblings should just never be separated like that. But when Isabella would go to bed at night, I would lay next to her, and she would cry. And she would be like, "Please, Mommy, please find my sister. I need my sister." It was heartbreaking, you guys. I would like cry with her, because you have this little 4-year-old crying. You know, she had already lost everybody else in her life, and then to be separated from her sister, 3 years old, you know, 4 years old, 3 years old. It was just unheard of. It was just cruel. I went ahead and I cut this off of that pattern paper. It was some of the words, and I really liked it. And I thought that I could put that up here maybe. So I'm going to lay that right here for now. So I started investigating and finding out, you know, where Jocelyn was and why they were separated. And it's actually a terrible story. I will spare you all those details, because, you know, some people are just really ugly in this world, and they should have never been separated. But anyways, it took 5 months, 5 months of meetings and things like that. I don't know if I want to put this color here. I kind of want to bring it in 3 places, or if I would want to use this one, because I like that light color up there. I am going to lay the light color, and now I'm going to lay the dark color, and then I can always come back and switch that out. So anyways, I started investigating, and it took 5 months and lots of meetings. And this was the first time that Jocelyn was able to come home to our house. And we had this tea party, and my mom came. And listen, this little girl, we had tons of fruit on here, and you can see her little face. Like, she's got, like, I have another whole set of these photos, and I want to do a separate layout because it is precious. Like, it looked like a chipmunk. She was shoveling in this fruit faster than anything. And like, I mean, I thought she was going to choke. It was like, she just devoured it, and it was so funny. But anyways, this was a tea party that we had, and so this is more than a tea party. This is Jocelyn being reunited with Isabella, and just it was beautiful. It was wonderful. And 6 days later from this reunion right here, we brought Jocelyn home permanently. So Jocelyn forever is a part of our family, became a part of our family, and you know, these girls will never be separated again. So that is why this story is just so precious to me. I love having tea parties with my girls. I've always had tea parties, and but this was more than a tea party. This was a reunion, and between a 3 and a 4-year-old that had been separated from each other for far too long. And I told you, it's like the story was a tearjerker, and but anyways, it all worked out for the good, and that's cute. It all worked out for the good, and so this is just such a precious memory for me. So I absolutely, when I saw this paper and these colors, I was like, I know exactly what I want to document with this cute little spoon. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so we're building this. Now, I also stamped that heart, and this is going to be my main title. And like I said, even though this is bigger, this is my subtitle. So I'm thinking that I want that over here. I want the green too, and I'm going to pop that up. But I want that green I want that blue backing that green. So I have a metal die that I went ahead, and it's called Together. And we are together, and they are together. So I just have a metal die. This is old, and this is just not available anymore, but you might be able to find another metal die if you want, you know, your layout to say this, if you're wanting to recreate it. And I really liked this blue. I love this pattern paper, but it gets lost. So I went ahead and recut it in the jade, and I used the dark side of the jade, and that just really pops more. But I think I'm going to cut it like 2 more times, and I'm going to glue them all together to give that more dimension there. So that is Together. And then You Left an Imprint on My Heart. So I love that, and that is my main title right there. Together, You Left an Imprint on My Heart. And I love that. And that is exactly what these girls did. Now I want to bring in a bunch of these, more of these wood, you know, bring in that kind of that toffee color. So I'm just going to maybe stick some leaves under here, and put some under here, and then I'm going to bring in a flower up here, and we'll just go ahead and put that right on top of that. And if I bring that flower in, I want to have a third embellishment there that matches, so I'll bring that in over there. And then I'm going to bring in some leaves over here as well, and we'll tuck this under here, and this is going to be popped up anyways, and I'll get these pieces glued down, so you know, this is a little bit more easier to work with. So I think I would like a heart here, and we'll just go ahead and bring in maybe just a few more pieces. So maybe that's too big. So I'll bring in maybe a little one. Yeah, that looks good, right? Okay, so I like that. I think that's coming out nice. And I I have a few more that I can play with that I thought would look good, so we can fill in places if we need to. I will go ahead and get some of the main pieces cut down, glued down, and I think I'm gonna have to recut this. So I was thinking about bringing in these teal dots. We have this nice lagoon color, and I thought a couple of those around these embellishment clusters would look good. But then I was thinking that, well, there's like a lot of green and teal, so maybe I would just bring in the clear sparkles. So I'm going to bring in these and see what I think of them. And I do work in odd numbers. I just like that better. Okay, so I brought in 3 here, and then I did 3 there, and I'm still keeping that visual triangle. So we have it there. I have it with the embellishments as well. And then I'm going to bring them in over here and do the same with them over here. If you're enjoying this process video, give me a thumbs up. It goes a long way to sharing my YouTube channel, and I really appreciate your support. And if you are looking for more inspiration and you want to watch more of these videos that I share, I will leave them. I will leave a couple linked at the end of this video. Okay, so thinking I want to do right down there. So I've got that there. And I was wondering if I should, I've got 9. I was wondering if I should bring any in over here. I don't think I'm going to. I think, although a little bitty one right there would look so cute. I think I'm going to leave it. I think, yeah, I think I like it. Let me give you a closer look here. So there is, hopefully the camera's picking that up, the detail with all that stenciling. And there's that embellishment cluster. And I did go ahead and cut a second circle and just glued them together, and then did some distressing around them. Okay. And then here is this page. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed documenting these. This is popped up foam tape, and so isn't this. And then I cut this out. I did a second layer underneath because I didn't want them the same dimension as that foam tape. And that was already thin foam tape, so it was just easier to use the paper. I hope you enjoyed this process video. Till next time.